Hello, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys, where we teach the little guy and girl how to utilize charts to manage their own trades and investments. What do I mean by the little guy and girl? Well, we just had two directives signed halting the implementation of a rule that requires financial advisors to act in the best interests of their client. Let that sink in a little bit. The big wigs on Wall Street can play with your retirement and hard-earned money without your best interests at heart. We currently have hundreds of members taking charge of their financial future, and we would love for you to come check out a free week with no credit card required to see if our services would be beneficial on your path to financial independence as well. What we offer, we have a separate course of over 5 hours in length on when to enter and exit positions. And in terms of what we do daily, we have nightly videos, key levels updated each morning before the bell, 2.5 hours of live daily webcam coverage in the morning and in the afternoon, and over 7 hours of educational videos. All of these links can be found in the description of this video. Come check us out. Thanks for watching. Let's get on to the technical analysis. Checking in on YELP GWPH PCLN NVDA TSLA daily weekly time frame. YELP bulls finally showing up. There was a bullish signal by breaking the inside bar candlestick of 32.34, the high of yesterday. That was the buy signal showing that the bulls had some momentum. And we had a bounce here with still rejecting from the exponential resistance. We know the bears are in full control of this name, so we anticipate any bounces to be short-lived. The daily middle Bollinger Band will be the next resistance level if we can break the high of today of 32.99, and that daily middle Bollinger Band is going to be in the low 33.50s with the open tomorrow. So the bulls are trying to bounce. This is a bullish reversal candlestick. It needs to be confirmed to have any kind of confidence in that upside. And again, short-term bounce is anticipated, and I do expect to form a lower high to keep the bears in control for the time being. On the weekly time frame, we're also trying to form a bullish reversal candlestick this week. 2 trading days left to go. If we close here or better, it will be a bullish reversal candlestick that needs to be confirmed into next week. We have not confirmed a weekly bullish candlestick since the bearish reaction to earnings. So the momentum is really against the bulls, and in my opinion, the resistance I'm looking at here is 35.03, the high of that bear flag bounce attempt. And in order to get over that level, we're going to have to see this bounce follow through a bit. We're going to have to pull back, form a higher low, and then make another attempt to get back up to $35. It's very unlikely that we were just going to head right back up to that level from here. So again, we need to be cautious and anticipate a short-term bounce. GWPH, another big upper wick. Look at the past 5 days with these upper wicks. 50-day moving average resistance is 123.50. We pulled back just below that level today, and we continue to get rejected by these exponential resistances. We did actually close 6 cents above it today, but you can see 4 days in a row rejecting from it, and then today a big upper wick of profit taking, just closing 6 cents above it. So the bulls are struggling is what the bottom line is. Key support is 119.62 still holding, and the bulls just want to close over this weekly middle Bollinger Band again at 120.02. So that is the goal for the bulls. They're doing a good job of that level so far. But if we can't close up near the high of the day, what that tells us with the psychology of what's going on is that the bulls are not comfortable holding overnight. People are locking in their profit, and we see these big upper wicks showing that. So all about the weekly middle Bollinger Band. Bulls need to get over the 50-day moving average, and the daily middle Bollinger Band is going to be lining up right at that 50-day moving average tomorrow. PCLN, inside bar candlestick here on the daily. Little double top, a lower high by $1.30, and we have the upper Bollinger Band as resistance there as well. If we get a break of 1797.45, we look for a new all-time high tomorrow. 1800 psychological will be the first stop. And if we get a bear break of 1783.30, the low, we're going to be looking down at previous resistance around 1775. So it's going to be a clear break of that very tight range that we saw today. And on the weekly time frame, we know the bulls are certainly still in full control, coming off of that all-time high and a big bullish candlestick closing up near the high, negating that bearish candlestick from last week. So PCLN bulls still certainly in control, and keep an eye on the market correlation. If the market sees upside, we will look for PCLN to do the same, because this is a very similar candlestick that SPY saw. Low volume, almost a double top at the high of the day, and an inside bar candlestick. NVDA continues to consolidate with the market green, which is a bit odd, but this is healthy consolidation. I still like the bulls here. I like the low volume, the contained consolidation. We're holding the 50-day moving average support of 106.78, and the bulls need to see a break of 108.89. That would break this little lower high pattern. I'm looking at 109.96, a lower high of 109.29, a lower high of 108.89. So building a base of support around the 50-day moving average, lower highs, clear tight range, volume dropping off. We're going to see a clear break. If it doesn't happen in the next 2 days, certainly early next week, NVDA is going to see a spike in volume and a break of this tightening range. And it does favor the bulls due to the overall chart and due to the fact that we are coming off of this bull break from a couple weeks ago. So the weekly time frame still holding the middle Bollinger Band of 103.01, and the goal for the bulls is to break 109.96 to see that higher high and continuation. Tesla bulls consolidating sideways as well, similar to PCLN and the S&P 500 SPY. It's an inside bar candlestick. We're either going to lose the upper Bollinger Band tomorrow and look down to fill the gap at 270.57, or we're going to get a bull break of 279.60 and look to head up to 280.83, make that 280.68, and then 283.45. Those are the next two resistance levels. So how we break from the tight range of today will indicate what direction we're going to be looking in tomorrow, and the break will likely be dependent on what the S&P 500 is doing, because again, this candle is very similar to what we're seeing on PCLN and SPY. So the bulls are still in control. This is pretty much the ideal consolidation for the bulls because it does give the bulls the chance to get above 280 by the end of this week. If we had pulled back on this consolidation rather than just traded sideways on the daily chart today, that would have made the odds of getting over 280 by the end of this week a lot less likely. So the bulls still holding on strong. Tomorrow will pretty much determine, in my opinion, whether or not the weekly chart is going to reject from 280 or not. So it is a pretty important day, and we will be watching this inside bar candlestick very, very close. So I appreciate you watching. We will check back in tomorrow as always. Keep an eye on PCLN and Tesla. Those are some really nice inside bars to be watching.